Hi everyone. If you're born on 1st, 10th, 19th, or 28th of any month, then your Mulang adds up to number 1. You add your birth date, just the birth date, not the entire one, just the date on which you're born. And if it adds up to a 1, then this reading is for you. This is going to be your predictions for 2025 based on your Mulang. To see the resonance, you can go and check out the previous videos which I put up for 2024, that how will your 2024 go as per your Mulang. And if you find any resonance there, then these might be relevant for you. So if your Mulang is 1, that means you're ruled by Sun. And 2025 carries the energy of the year of Mars because it adds up to a number 9. I have my notes here and I'm going to be referring those. So number 9 is the number of completion, ending, release, and Mars as a planet, the planet with which number 9 is ruled by, is the energy of ambition. It's a lot of increased energy, victory, determination, boldness, initiative, endurance, a certain courageous risk-taking capacity. It's about leadership, it's about strength, it's about willpower, it's about taking charge and leading. And when we look at your Mulang, which is number 1, it is ruled by Sun. Sun represents your soul. Your Atma is Sun. It's your inner values, your ego, self-esteem. Sun is a hot-headed planet, and so is Mars. Sun either burns or radiates, which means that, when it comes to the moods of the sun, either you can straight away, if you go too close, you can experience the burn. Otherwise, you can bask in the radiating energy. Sun also is, as a planet, is very morally high and has very high level qualities because Sun is a life giver. Sun also represents leadership. It is all about moving forward. For those who know tarot, we know, the moment we see the Sun card, it's about something new is changing. It's about new beginnings, opportunities. Sun is also about leadership. It's about staying active, being very focused, being high in energy, somewhat being an innovator as well, a bit freedom loving, a bit I do as I please, and a little bit self-centered as well. Now, if you observe, the traits of both Sun and Mars are quite similar. Another thing to note is that this is the completion of your 9-year numerology cycle. So numerology, we have a 9-year cycle. Why is this getting completed for you? Because this is a year of number 9, yes, but next year it's going to be your year. If we add up 2026, it adds up to number 1. So next year is going to be your year. So for you specifically, 2025 becomes a very important year because this is the last leg of you completing the numerology cycle. And hence, all the lessons need to be integrated. It needs to have a new beginning or new start, or there needs to be enough preparation now for what great things might come for you in 2026. As we already discussed, because the traits of Sun and Mars are so similar, which means that the good gets amplified, but so does the bad. So let's break it down into different aspects of your life and how it can have an impact. Let's look at your health. First thing to be very careful of, there might be an increased Pitta dosh or Pitta energy in your body. So you might have to regularly focus on eating cooling foods. Another thing you might want to be aware of is that this year, be very careful of your gastric issues. Do not overeat. Do not over binge this year. Be very, very strict and mindful with your eating. And you can, because both the planets, when the energies combine, it is also about resilience. It's about discipline to a certain extent. So you would have to take the first few steps of ensuring discipline in your food. Try not eating very rich foods as well, especially like when we look at Indian foods. They're very rich curries, right? Full of like butter, ghee. Again, issues of gastric related problems are allowed to be likely this year. Another thing is that there would be a lot of strong inkling and itch in you this year to do something big. Now, sometimes life isn't completely out there giving you the opportunities to do something big, but you would have a lot of itch in you, which would turn into restlessness, because of which increase your physical activity, channel it in workout or yoga or walks. That is how it's going to help you. You can continue working on your dreams, and you would be working on your dreams. But at the same time, the restlessness, the overthinking needs some place to be channeled out. You might also have to get some tests done this year, especially for the detection of stomach ulcers or vitamin D or certain toxins in your blood. So I would tell you to be careful of that. If you detect something, it would be maybe just a good idea to get a blood test done every 4 or 6 months. Um, People who have hormonal issues, just beware a little bit. You might have increase in your hormonal issues, especially PCOS. You may experience a lot of acne, comedones, and generally your skin might also be prone to flare up a little bit in 2025. So make sure that whatever skincare products that you're using are more hydrating. Try having a good, very simple skincare routine. It's going to help you. So that's majorly on the health. Another thing that might happen is that try to be away from any sort of, or try to limit all your vices, which is smoking, alcohol. If some of you smoke up, then just make sure that you're doing it in a limit, in a controlled limit. Because I do see that, there might be very longish periods of complete lethargy coming to you if you don't take care of your body the way it is supposed to be, which is that your body is a temple. Now coming to your career, um, you'll have a strong drive this year to be an entrepreneur. And you might lay the foundation work also this year, because in 2026 is going to be your year. Or you might want a leadership role, like where you're really valued and seen for your leadership skills. And your ability to take risk would also be high. What I would tell you to be a little bit wary of is impulse. Do not do anything on impulse, because I also can tell that you would have a very strong competitive mindset through the week. Sorry. So habitual of Enoscopes keep saying through the week everywhere. You will have a very strong competitive mindset through the year. And this competitive mindset might actually come for you in different aspects. I don't see that it might be just related to your career, although we are discussing career right now, but your competitive mindset might also be in relationships and how you see your money. So make sure that you're channelizing your competitive mindset for productive things. Okay. You would want to take the lead. However, also another thing to be careful of is that, taking too much on your plate or too many responsibilities does come with the onus of you actually fulfilling them. So that means you need to be okay with the fact that you're always going to be up on your feet. It's a very good idea for those who are in a job to do something on the side, to maybe start like a small gig or like business on the side and build it slowly. Slow is going to be the key. We do not want to give in to the impulsive energies of Mars. Keep good relations with your employees and do not be very aggressive. Same goes to handling stuff accordingly with your business partners. I do see there's going to be a growth in money and finances. There would be certain opportunities that will come your way in this year, which would feel, oh my God, thank you. Like that's exactly what I needed. Certain fields in which you may really end up doing well is social media, marketing, PR, or certain technical fields. If you're into handmade or handcrafted products, you might do very well. Creative ideas. If you are looking up for something in government, you might actually get to associate with them or get a government job. Many of you under this Mola could also be winning your competitive exams this year. And someone might actually be able to get their permanent residency abroad also if you're trying for that. So be mindful, but be consistent. Another thing is you might want to be mindful with your investments and your finances this year. Generally, overall, the theme for your career is the more you keep on innovating and the more you keep on experimenting, it's going to be beneficial. So even if you're a student, you might have to experiment and innovate with how you study. If you're in business, you might want to innovate with products there. So innovation is going to be the key, and really letting your leadership skills shine out, your business skills shine out. That's going to be the key. Coming to relationships, if you're somebody who's married and committed, there's going to be a lot of power struggle in relationships. Um, You might want to be a bit of careful of that. Your own ego could also be at play. You might want to understand that where it is in a relationship, you also need to compromise. There is a strong chance of pregnancy for this year for those who are trying for a baby. Uh, there's also energy of like stubbornness in relationships in this year, as if you and your partner, both of you are going to be like stubborn in your own way. But because this is your reading, I can just tell you that you might want to lose your stubbornness in certain aspects. Physical intimacy is going to be very high and charged all through the year. You might sometimes also use physical intimacy as a way of like pacifying your relationships with your partner. It's important that you learn to also communicate well. I feel there are going to be communication issues this year because you're going to be so charged on your emotions as well. So sometimes what you might say, even though the essence is right, you might later realize that I could have chosen my words more carefully. Dressing well, talking about your relationship on social media or showing, the happier side of your life on social media might come very naturally to you this year. For very few, it also feels like a coping mechanism. It's like that, no matter what, but I really want to celebrate the good things we have. So you might also really be like loud on social media when it comes to your relationships. However, responsibilities are going to be a lot of them this year. And I do feel as if you're going to take the period around May, June to finally understand how it is that you balance it all. Just beware of one thing with your partner, which is a tug of war, like an ego clash, tug of war, or just being a little moody and miffed, being reactive. So you might want to be careful of that. Now, for married folks, especially, uh, I think that in this year, what's going to happen is you want to be seen as that person, who's very well versed in taking charge and taking care of the home. Doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman, you would want to be seen as this pivotal person in what's running a family. So again, there might be a competitive streak there also with your partner, like my way of doing things versus your way of doing things. How I manage the home or how I manage to provide for the home versus what you do. And I feel that there might be a competitive streak with your in-laws or your parents as well through the year too. Because you might want to like prove in your personal dynamics also that how you're so pivotal and you are the one that's actually taking care of things and doing it all. So it might be subtle if your relationships are already good all around, but there would be this energy, and it might be stronger if your relationships are already weak. Now, my single folks, a lot of physical intimacy all through the year. I feel like if you have now till been like, oh, single but happy, I don't know how to mingle, I think you're going to be going on a lot of good dates, and your energy of exploring with other people, being curious for other people is going to be very active. And there's also something about dressing up really well this year for singles, as if, you're wanting to like change something in your dressing. You're wanting to like explore your style and what it means to you more. This would also stem from the desire to be seen as a little bit more impressive. You want to be like in the limelight. You want to be seen for who you are. So how I see it is maybe you're just learning to express yourself authentically through the tool of style and fashion. Um, there might also be a lot of aroused energy through the year, it'll be physical also, it'll be emotional also. Like, you want to be admired, you want to be complimented, you want to be seen as someone who's a diamond. So I also feel as if you're going to learn how to take compliments well this year because you would have worked for it. Like, you would have worked on certain changes on yourself so that if somebody is giving you a compliment, you're like, oh, thank you for noticing. I love that. Do I see any relationship happening this year? Honestly, based on the Mulank, not so specifically and not so strongly. Um, yeah, not based on the Mulank, maybe based on your personal natal chart, or there might be something. But based on the Mulank and the year's energy, what I do feel is as if a lot of, or I should not say a lot of, but few short relationships which are going to be intense. That's how I see it. Now, overall, how are your moods and traits going to be in the year of 2025? First, lose the stubbornness and a little bit of I, me, myself attitude this year. What I'm getting is maybe like in the last many years, many of you did not really feel like you're being acknowledged for what you bring to the table in personal relationships and career, etc. So this might be like your coping mechanism that, oh, I need to start appreciating myself. You might want to just bring some balance in that. I'm all up for appreciating yourself, but a little bit of balance there would be necessary. In any domain of your life, do not let ego get in your way. You also might get very, very, very credit hungry this year. Like, I need the credit for this. I did this. I want to be seen. I want to be heard. I want to be complimented. And honestly, this is all just coming from a space of deeply wanting acknowledgement. You might tell yourself that I've really paid my dues. It's about time that, my time also comes. So you just want to be given a fair share for your rewards, and you want to be cheered, like, maybe how you have been cheering other people in your life. You might also feel sometimes very annoyed, if you feel like a closed one is trying to get very dominant with you. So make sure that you're also controlling your hot temper this year. And you might feel more invested in your career in some parts of 2025 than actually taking care of your relations or your family. You might literally feel as if, this is like a new birth in my career and I need to give it all in my career. So I'm seeing very strong hustling energy, very strong energy of, oh, this is a do or die situation for me. So yeah, that's another thing that I'm seeing very strongly. Let me see if I've missed out anything. One thing I would just tell you in the end is that whatever it is that you do through the year, while you're trying to keep your focus on yourself and you're trying to, which you will, like it's predictive. You would keep a lot of focus on yourself and you were like, oh, I only need to like do this for me. Right now it's all about me. I don't have a lot of time for other people and their problems. But this is something again where you might want to bring balance because the sun radiates for others as well. And if the sun was all about itself, then that's just ego, right? And then nobody can get close to the sun. So if you really want people to come close to you, if you want to foster and nurture authentic bonds, you might genuinely want to, authentically want to be there for other people. Not in a manner where it comes across as that, where it comes across as selfish or very transactional. So yeah. Overall, it's an impactful year for you because that is when you're completing your 9-year cycle. Lots of tiny things you would learn through the year, and then you would feel so ready for 2026. Much more impactful year for those who have the birth date as 110 or 19. It's going to be a bit of a mixed bag for the year, for the date of birth, which is to 28. So if you're born on 28 of any month, it's going to be a bit of mixed bag for you. You would have to really wait till next year for things to make sense. And next year onwards, actually in 2027, things would make more stronger sense for you. But this is going to be a mixed bag of a year for only those who are born on 28. For others, it might be slightly more impactful. So that was it on Mulank 1 for the year 2025. Let me know if you can already sense some of this happening to you, at least mentally, if not happening in 3D. I'd love to read your comments. Thank you. Bye.